What is going on, everybody? Brett here. My YouTube channel is Good Talk Gaming, and we are back playing some more Battle Brothers on the Beast and Exploration DLC. Picking up where we left off last time, it's day 289, and it's in the afternoon. And before we get started, guys, we have some pretty hype news, and I am super stoked. There's a lot of excitement slang all in one sentence. But basically, Warriors of the North has been announced. New DLC for Battle Brothers is good news for you, me, and the game itself. I am super excited. Basically, I'm going to say I called it. Based on the clues out there, it was seeming like it was going to be a Viking-esque style DLC, and it certainly is. You know what, let's go ahead and fight these unholds while I talk about it. I'm not sure if it was announced yesterday. Possible I missed it, as I did record pretty early in the morning. But I just saw it this morning, and I am super excited. So it is somewhat like Viking themed. It's going to have new backgrounds, new enemies, which will include a new legendary location. They're going to have also, looks like new, maybe not new arms and armor, but definitely new banners. I think it was mentioned. Perhaps new like paint jobs for shields and things like that. I'm excited, guys. It should be a good time. We'll see here when we jump up with Hondo what we need to do. We'll take this high ground from them and Indomitable. See if we can prevent ourselves from being thrown off by 3 unholds. So this is a pretty risky fight. Come on. There we go. And I apologize if the audio is a bit loud on these guys. It just always is. The sounds they make are just like ridiculously loud. We can move up one more with Hondo. We'll get Lone Wolf. We're on the high ground. And we'll see if we're able to split these guys up and start picking them off with our war bows. Just kind of the general idea. So off camera, I went ahead and moved things around. I gave our pimp character the blood letter. And he got stunned. Ugh. Because I want to make sure that I remember that he is going to be, I should have taken this shot here, that he is going to be our first ever dagger bro. Oh, that was a rough miss. And I think we're going to jump in on them and keep them somewhat away from our archers. And I'm okay putting some damage on this guy because I think between Lance and Sir Chris, we'll be able to damage him. Boom. And if you're going to be on us, then we're going to pull out the big hammer and start smacking you. Beautiful. God, I love that ability. So yeah, guys, new DLC. It says it's going to be announced or upcoming in, it says in a few months. So we'll see what that exactly translates to. You know, sometimes things get pushed back, sometimes things get pushed forward, you know, don't really know. As long as it's quality, I don't care. Ooh, we're getting really lucky with these missed attacks here. We're going to try and focus this guy down because he's in our back line. Okay. We don't have a clear shot. Let's help these guys out right here. You may be able to kill this one. Yeah, they got a bit more healing. And they're back in our back line. That sucks. That's Indomitable here. Big swing. And Hondo should be fine in this type of one-on-one. Perfect. Decent damage, but he just instantly healed it and knocked us back. Put a crossbow bolt into that guy before he attacks. Okay, Hondo's not on the high ground anymore, but he's still fine. needs to switch up weapons. Perfect. And I'm seeing some bone plating, which are the items we want. We'll take hides as well. Big damage. Honestly, a bit surprised they're not thinking about running at the moment. Marindox, let's get in there. Almost dead. There we go. What are you giving us? Some hides. Okay, now we just need to go up here and reinforce Hondo, and we will be good to go. Can you switch back? Nope. Can you move forward? Nope. Because we'll probably just leave Hondo up there tanking and just shoot. We're going to go this way, that way we're not blocking our own shots. There we go. We got to make room for some of this stuff. And yeah, we have some food that's nearly gone. That's usually the best thing to do. You know, 2 things of food is not going to make or break us. Kind of looking to see what's cheap. The poison glands are pretty cheap. Could probably dump those. The tower shields are super cheap. We don't really need to hold on to that. We definitely want to pick up this heart though. Yeah, that's not going to sell for much either. I think this is fine. But yeah, guys, I hope they keep pumping out DLC for this game for a long time. It's great for my channel. I will play Battle Brothers as long as you guys want to watch it. That's a fact. And if they keep putting out DLC, then that just makes my life and my job easier. You know, my quote-unquote job. But it'll make it fresh. It'll keep it fresh. Whenever I do playthroughs and stuff, we'll be able to do exciting and different things. They did mention in their notes, we won't take these fights. We need to go sell our stuff. They did mention in the notes that it's going to include new backgrounds. So I could definitely see there being some different situations. Do we buy anything here? We have a few spaces because we ate some food. What are the prices like? They're pretty mediocre. We could sell off some of the really cheap stuff. But I think we're going to head up north one to get to the taxidermist up there. I forget the name of that city. It's Brookstadt, I think. So we don't really need to sell off too much. I probably shouldn't have sold off what I just did. Kind of mindlessly selling for a second. But we do need more things. Let's get some more meat. 6 days worth is fine. Okay, yeah, we'll head up here and see what the prices are like. There's some big contracts available. Greenskins. 4K. Raiders base camp north of Grafenhaven. See what the other contract is before we accept it. Brigands. Okay, they want to pay us a lot to kill some brigands. It's west. Deserted shelter. I'll take this contract, and maybe when we can head back south and take out... Oh, it's right here? Okay, let's... Oh, alright, here we go. A new event, and I think I know what it is, based on all these contracts we've been seeing. So, Scaredy the Blind enters your tent. Sir, we get a group of refugees out here that'd like to talk to you. You set aside your quill pen and go to meet them. They're an awful mess, looking more like dish rags thrown to the mud than people. One, a man nursing a nub where his hand used to be, steps forward and speaks. I take it you're the one in charge? Nodding, you ask the man what has happened and why it concerns the company. He explains, gesticulating with his one good hand. The Greenskins are attacking. Yep, here we go. It's the Greenskin invasion. That's what we've been waiting for. Well, that's nothing new. You ask where they are and if they're goblins or orcs. The man shakes his head. Well, see, that's just the thing. It's both. They're working together. Hordes of them as numerous as the blades of grass beneath our feet. I misspoke in a way. What I should have said is that they aren't just attacking, they're invading. All of them, together, an invasion beyond any scope or measure, don't you understand? You look at the crowd of refugees, children huddled beneath the skirts of their mothers, men looking lost, the man continues. My father fought in the battle of many names. He always did say they'd come back, and now I suppose he's right. We hear the noble houses are panicking and might join forces, lest we all be overrun. If you want my advice, I say stay out of it. Those hordes, there's no stopping them, and the things they do. You grab the man by his shirt. The things they do don't worry me. Get out of here, peasant, and leave the fighting to the fighters. So, here we go. We're in the Greenskin invasion now, boys. First we did the Noble War, and we kind of missed out on doing a lot of that stuff. We couldn't get prepared fast enough, and we couldn't find the right quest for a long time. But we ended up getting in right towards the tail end. Then we had the Undead Crisis, which wasn't that bad for us. Wasn't great either. We can craft another bone plating. That's awesome. And I think we'll make maybe one more direwolf pelt mantle. We already have a few in our inventory, and we honestly don't need any more. And I think we'll just sell off the rest of the pelts. There's nothing good in the Fletcher for us. Okay. Let's go into the marketplace and see what the prices are like here. I can already tell they're better than the last place. Yeah, 19 on the shield. The last place was 17. So the prices here are better. That's good. And we can start selling some of this stuff. We're at 9K right now. And we'll come back to some of this stuff. Sell off the things we know we want to get rid of. I'm thinking about getting rid of the Spiked Impaler. It is a really good crossbow, but the heavy crossbow has advantages to characters who don't have as high of stats in their ranged. Get rid of some of that gossamer. We don't need all that. And yeah, here we go. Let's organize this a bit. How many of these do we have, the pelts? We have 3 mantles and 3 bone platings. Not to mention we have the light padding replacement and Linward scale cloak and the heraldic shoulder pads. So we can afford to sell all of these, which is great because they're pretty expensive. Get rid of those furs. We're at 14K right now. We don't need 3 unhold hearts, I don't believe. We could probably honestly get rid of even more. Yeah, we don't need all of these glands. And we want to keep all of our axes. So, like I said, I took that dagger off of Aracel. He could use another replacement weapon also, and I gave it to Willem. So when the time comes, Willem is going to be a dagger bro, and his build is not. It's going to be very unique, is what I'm trying to say, and we're going to really have to think about it step by step. And we're taking very dangerous contracts right now, so it's going to be pretty difficult to level him. So I need to be very careful with him lest we lose him. Already having a unique weapon for him is pretty awesome, but we need to make sure his initiative stays high, otherwise his defensive perks and things won't proc. He's going to be very similar to Sir Steinhardt, and Sir Steinhardt's kind of awkward at the moment as long as we have Lance and Hondo. We almost would rather have someone else in the front lines kind of anchoring it down. We probably shouldn't have something like a legendary shield sitting in the backpack. But basically what I'm trying to say is I think I'm going to sell off one of these weapons. We don't need to hold a hammer and a noble sword. And of the two, I'd rather hold on to the hammer just because it's kind of a more unique effect. Gives us some armor breaking. And we have decent food. Buy some mead and buy some roots. We're up to 7 days. We could use a little ammunition. The prices aren't great. I think we just kind of have to buy things. We can't afford to hold on. Okay. It's 10 days, 9 days. There we go. Got up to 8. That's really all I was trying to do. And we're going to check the Gunpert the Bear. We're going to check the inn. Buy our guys some drinks. See what the rumors are. Nothing. So, we can now head down. We sold all our goods. We spent a little bit too much money, but I think at the end of the day it was necessary if we're going to be going out here and adventuring. And now we can head down to the deserted shelter and get paid. Expect to fight, you know, a brigand leader here, maybe even a hedge knight. Wouldn't surprise me. We certainly don't want to fight them at night, or we'll probably lose our advantage. Looks like some of them may have fled. Yeah, they're too far ahead. So yeah, brigand leader and a hedge knight. Should be an easy fight for us. While spying on the brigand encampment, you notice the profile of a man you've heard the locals almost fervently describing. It is Urban Goodman, a famed robber baron that terrorizes these parts. He's got a retinue of brutish-looking men following him everywhere he goes. You wager his head is worth a few extra coins. I think this means there's going to be another brigand leader in the fight. I don't quite remember. Or maybe they're alluding to the hedge knight. Not sure. But we shall see. Hedge knights have awesome armor. They're all pretty oftentimes wearing the same armor that Hondo and Lance are, the coat of plates. Let's just clear out the chaff. When the time comes for us to get some good surrounds, start doing work. So there's Urban Goodman. He's got a decent little helmet, decent set of armor, but nothing we really need to be concerned about. We can just kill that guy and hope he's holding something good. Yeah, and if we can put a big shot on him, we should just do it. Nice clear shot on that pikeman. We'll try it again. Nice. 2850. Yes. And let's line up that split. Beautiful. So that's 4 down, and we just started. It's not looking good for the home team. And we'll hold off on our advance, I think. Gotta remember, we can move like this and then jump. Make sure we've given all of our brothers as much cover as we can between 4 shields. And they actually hit us. So double overwhelm on him feels good. He's got riposte up now. So I don't see the hedge knight. I'm just realizing. Did they like escape right before we showed up? So he's got a fighting axe. That's a decent weapon. But we're probably just going to kill him like right now. Huh. Not sure what happened, honestly. Not sure how he got out ahead of us. Perfect. And let's get Hondo jumping forward. Ragnar may be able to hit still with this. Nope. Not quite enough action points. And they only have 1 archer left. So they must have gotten out ahead of us somehow. It's weird. I'm not sure, guys. Yeah, expected him to run. He's dead. Of course we're getting his weapon. And we'll just let the last guy go. Yeah, very interesting. I did not see a group leave ahead of us. I could have just missed it. My theory right now is that it could have been the Hedge Knight and all. They could have been part of the group that we saw that maybe exited before we got there. And it just didn't register, and like the army info as we approached. I don't know. But it's over. Super easy fight. It could have been a really like intense fight for us. It ended up being kind of a nothing fight. I mean, we're going to get paid a ton either way. So we're happy. Yeah, I was actually looking forward to fighting a Hedge Knight and trying to get another great piece of armor. So that's kind of sad. It's probably too late to catch up to whoever left those footprints. But anyway, let's just go make our easy coin and be happy with it. Look how much we got. Unbelievable. It gave us extra for taking out the leader. That's awesome. That's a huge payday. Makes me not feel so bad about buying super expensive stuff. And like I said, the prices here aren't great. We should definitely fix this up before we sell it. Oh, I didn't mean to sell that dagger. I wanted to give that dagger to Aracel as a backup, but I totally forgot. Is that everything? One more of those. And we can sell amber. Doesn't matter. We're getting pretty rich again. And 4K to go and kill orcs around Grafenhaven. Some raiders camp we probably would have gone to anyway. That sounds good. Let's head over there. And Grafenhaven, they don't quite love us. Whoa. I wouldn't be surprised if these Orc Young left this camp. I don't really feel like fighting Goblin Raiders, but I would love to fight some Orc Young. And it's a plethora of them. Alright, and it's not quite nighttime, which is why I hurried up. We have a huge advantage in the day with our archers. It even gave us a bit of high ground on them, which is cool. We'll stick Hondo up here. If we put him here, which is I think exactly where the AI thinks we're going, that may be a bad idea. So these guys aren't super strong. I mean, they're about as strong as raiders. Offensively, they're very good. But what they do that's kind of scary is that they stun us. And they can certainly stun lock you if you let them. So honestly, as I'm sitting here kind of talking it through, I think I might end up tucking in Hondo and Lance. And just letting them be like my strong outside guys. There's no high ground around them. And we'll just really rely on our archery to give us this battle. Making sure we focus. Nice throws. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, come to me. It's going to take them a little while to close the distance again with some of these guys. Because they're going to want to do their little charges like that. Man, they hit Hondo and Lance, but that's okay. That's kind of what they're there for, and this is what they would have done if I had been on the high ground out here, and then they'd be out there with no support, stunned. And that's very dangerous. Yeah, no one leaves this battlefield alive. God, that's brutal. If we get the kill, we get a reset, so we'll take it. Same here. That's why you gotta love Berserk. And we've cleared out the center, and they're overloading this flank pretty hard. Bop. It's indomitable for the defensive bonus. And we can just shoot into the back here. And whoever we hit, we're happy. I think Scaredy can move forward and take out one guy. We exposed ourselves a bit to javelins, but, you know, I don't think I've ever had a brother die from a javelin. And they gave Hondo a nice little setup here. We'll see what he can do. Perfect. And we are mowing them down. If we were fighting goblins, we still wouldn't even be in combat yet. And the loot we would get from them would be absolutely garbage, and then we'd just be upset. Pop that guy. Okay, zip up. Wow, he's still fighting. Good for him. You'll be a warlord one day if you make it out of here. The odds are you will not. This is Timmy, the unbreakable orc. He still wants some. Alright. Hondo, finish it. Thank you. We get our first levels in a while, that's awesome. Bunch of junk. But like I said, I think these guys were running from this place. It's pretty possible. And if that is the case, we'll see where the footprints kind of trace back to. Interesting. So it's nighttime now. There's more orc young we can fight without, you know, the huge advantage of our archery support. It's still there, but it's not at its best. What should we take here? Probably just a little bit more resolve on Ragnar since he is our banner bro. And Wolfgang here. Man, getting up to 103 is pretty sweet. Past a certain point, it's probably a bit redundant. Actually, let's look at his perks. Yeah, if he's a dodge bro, we want to be giving him initiative. I think that's fine. 1 point in melee defense is not going to save him from anything, but I can't look at a 0, guys. I hope you understand. I can't do it. So I would love to kill some more orc young. But we're not going to. I think we're just going to camp here. Right next to this place. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like that. A few direwolves, a few unhold, and a few hexen. Let's save the game real quick. You can get out of here with that crap. I think we can easily... I mean, direwolves, of course, are no problem. Unholds, we've proven we can kill them in large numbers. But the hexen are so dangerous to us, and our resolve is still a tiny bit weak. I would love to take this fight, though. But let's get in here and kill some orc warriors and stuff first. I'm pretty sure these orc marauders were part of this group. And this would have been a lot scarier of a fight if there were like 10 extra or 14 extra orc young here. God, I hate starting at the bottom of a hill. Oh, man. At the exact flippin' bottom of a hill. Okay, let's get up here. We need to move everybody back. We'll get our archers on a bit of high ground. We'll turn this into an advantageous engagement. Let's get here with Hondo. Okay, the warriors are stepping forward. We can stay here with Lance, but everybody else has to step back. As long as no one gets charged, we should be fine. And we'll fight them on level ground, but our archers will have some advantage. So it's not the end of the world. It just sucks that we have to spend our first turns moving instead of shooting, which is where I like to be. Ugh. All that armor. Alright, that was a solid hit. Also, I think we just need to get in here and get in front of Wolfgang. So Steinhardt's definitely not made to, take those types of fights on his own. And if we're going to have him in our shield wall, we need to get him out of here. That's not the type of combat he's made for. And fighting orc warriors, I think he could tear one apart 1v1, and I think we've seen him do that before. As long as he's got Lone Wolf, he's fine, because he'll always put Overwhelm. He's always going to have Nimble and, all that type of good stuff. But just to stand and fight in a shield wall, that's not what he's meant to do. He's at a pretty big disadvantage when he does that. And right now, this is the name of the game right now is get kills. Lessen their numbers and get kills. When the orc warriors engage, we don't want them to have like a single young able to reinforce them, because I'm seeing a lot of warriors here. This is going to be actually a pretty tough fight. Would love to kill off those last two, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight. We don't have all the tools we need. We have way too many noble swords. But we also have Hondo and Lance. Okay. Take shots and hope to hit, and if we didn't hit, it was no big deal. But we definitely need to focus, and we've chosen this orc to focus on. That'll work. Expecting a lot more charges. Perfect. Alright. So I think that's all the orc young. Now it's just up to the warriors, and we've broken the warriors so many times before. We have lots of fearsome in our group, and we have all of these direwolf pelt mantles that should help us once we're engaged in melee. So if this guy wants to jump here and get the advantage on Hondo, that's pretty good for him. But I think we can burst down this orc warrior if we don't miss too many shots. And let's Indomitable, because I feel like he's going to get charged. Wow, that was brutal. And he wants to go home to his mommy. We're going to keep focusing this guy. Yes. And we crushed him. Hondo's going to land a big shot to his armor. We can spread the love a little bit. They're taking a long time to engage, which is definitely working in our favor. Ow. Well, we have a new target to focus. And we rout him. So Steinhardt's safe. Ugh. Okay, this guy's not sure if he wants to party anymore. few hits here. And we should be able to discourage this guy. And we've taken a bit of an aggressive stance, especially with Aerosol. And Ragnar can pull out the banner. Nice. And if this dude doesn't want to fight, that's great for us. That just makes the odds better. Bone plating just took a hit. And we could come down here with Scaredy and support Aerosol. So I think I'm just going to shield wall and take a hit. Okay, that was a nice shot. I mean, we don't want to be focusing our DPS too much on a guy who's already routing. I'm curious what this dude is going to do. Ah, that was stupid. I should have just took the swing. I don't know what I was thinking. Had a bit of a senior moment. But I think Cerveradox and Hondo together should be able to pretty easily get rid of this warrior. They have tons of like armor breaking damage. This guy should be hurting right now. I'm pretty upset about that. Let's see what we can do. We put Overwhelm on him. It's a big hit there. This one at least is on our level. Alright, let's see what he's got. Nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. Sometimes nothing is a real cool hand. Wow, what the heck? That was a little Cool Hand Luke reference. For those of you who like that movie, that's an awesome movie. Going a little quiet here because, man, this is my favorite part of the battle, is smashing the orcs. This is our only clear shot, so we'll take it. If we had to move to reposition, we wouldn't be able to hit anyone. Big hits Hondo, and he lands it. Okay, and with him routing, with him dead, we can move up as much as we can to try and help up here. Perfect. Yeah, I think Hondo still has his bone plating up. So he's actually the perfect person to take the next hit. Want to put someone up on this high ground if we can. This dude should be just about exhausted. Oh, not quite yet. Nah, you're getting run down, man. We don't leave orc warriors alive when we've got the easy kill. Perfect. And that's it. That's a dead orc warrior if he's gonna run. So we'll see about that Hexen fight in a second here. We didn't take almost any damage at all. I think Steinhardt took a hit to his armor. This might be a good time to kill some Hexen and get some rare crafting ingredients. Because for all I know, the next step in the Kraken quest is like, bring me some Hexen hair and an apple. I'm going to be like, well, somebody ate my apple, and I avoided a Hexen fight, so I actually haven't seen them very much since I started playing. I've avoided a few big fights, and we've of course found the legendary Witch's Hut location. Whoa, they're coming straight for us. That's pretty bold. Let's save the game one more time. I hate fighting them. I hate fighting them mostly just because I feel like they're such RNG. And I think what we need to do is... I think Steinhardt's still a really great option. Let's get out our banner. We'll start with our banner, and we'll try and make it so that we don't get routed. And if we're going to fight them, we need to have... Dogs are cool, but we should definitely have all leadership-based items on. I don't know how many we have in reserve. We may have 3. That would be pretty good. There's... Mouse is kind of zipping around. Sorry. 1... Dang, we don't have that many. That's okay. We're not doomed or anything because of it. But it would have been nice. And the bros that don't have the necklaces in the first place, it's because they already have pretty decent resolve. Alright, let's take this fight. Wish me luck. If we could snipe them, that would be awesome. And they're taking a pretty defensive formation here. Alright, they whiff with the first hex. The second hex lands. Oh, man. And of course, Lance. And we can't shoot because Scaredy. Oh, my God. This is why I hate these fights. This is just not fun. Oh my God. We'll try it. We will try it. Odds are here Lance does a triple swing, kills a bunch of our brothers, and this fight just gets stupid. God damn it. Our lone wolves are going to get tied down by Unhold. Yeah, there we go. So we're probably just going to reload this fight. I didn't want to take this anyway. It's pretty stupid. We can't even land like hits on our own brothers because our defensive stats are too high. Yeah, we're going to reload. I don't feel bad about doing that at all, guys. I did not want to take that fight. We're not prepared for it. The Hexen are just a kind of a super unfun enemy. Our formation's not good for it. Our weaponry isn't good for it. And our resolve isn't quite there yet to be taking them on. If it would have went well, that would have been something. But like, you know, I wasn't relying on that, and I wasn't eager to take that fight. So let's just move away from them. We're geared towards, you know, full-on frontal assaults. A sword master, you say? That's a fight we'll take. I don't even know if we've seen a sword master yet from the brigands. Maybe one. It's hard to remember. But they have a leader, Mead Jorwalter. Got some decent gear. Where's the sword master? Is that him up here? It is. Okay, this could be fun. I'm even loving this this terrain right here. I don't think I've seen this particular version. Lots of raiders. They also have a ton of archers. Like a whole lot. So we're going to need to do our best to focus them down. And they even have a bit of high ground. God dang it. Well, Giro has to step back now. Bone plating taking that hit for us. Okay, what kind of shots do we have? An 18%. We'll shoot at whoever we can get. Gyro has to step back because one more piercing shot like that and he's done. Yeah, let's just move back. They move forward to protect that archer. Huh. Just when we're not aiming at him, we hit him, of course. See what we can do. Swordmaster's pretty dangerous. We move out just far enough. We still have some decent cover. We'll get Lance in there and start killing. We need to put Wolfgang behind here. Sir Steinhardt obviously does not have a shield. And it sucks because it gave them the high ground. So I honestly don't know if we even have, you know, the quote-unquote advantage in this fight. And I don't think we do. Wolfgang is in a bush. It says he's hidden, so I'm guessing they can't shoot at him. Yeah, here come the shield walls. They really want to try and skirmish with us. We're not moving forward any further than that at the moment. If they want to shoot at Hondo, that's good for us. But I don't, at this exact second, I don't want to be on the low ground versus these dudes. Alright, bone plating took a hit for us. Of course, we take a big hit. Probably need to move back or consider being extra careful with Steinhardt. He has no armor currently. He took a big hit in the orc fight. $35, $36. That's a 55. There we go. Figure there was some small chance we could get a kill there. Lance should be able to bop that one guy. Alright, we need to start stepping forward. We just don't have any shots. Okay. Wow. That worked out. I think we can move over here and maybe use Gyro to support. The downside here is that we can't move in and attack, but if we get in here, we're not as vulnerable to their archery on Hondo. And in this position, he's on equal footing with this guy, and there's no way for him to attack from the high ground. So, I think this is fine. We can throw a javelin. And we're basically in the cookie jar now. We killed their entire front line here, protecting their archers. Jump forward with Raymond. Raymond's usually the first dude to go after Steinhardt. We'll stay here. Forcing them to move is really strong for us. Steinhardt might have to move now. Especially if he takes another hit. At the very least, he kind of bullet sponged for us. Wow, that Warbrand hits pretty hard. This is an interesting fight. The terrain is making this kind of tough. 94. That's pretty huge. Alright, there goes our bone plating. That should be a kill, and it is. I'd much rather focus down crossbowmen, but this guy's already hurt. We can leave Scaredy there. Yeah, not surprised. It'll take one more to get through this guy, I'm sure. And we can move up. Actually, that's a pretty decent chance there, and he misses both of them. Okay. Get him, Lance. And I think we just run away with Steinhardt. He's taking a lot of hits for us, and I think that's, in his current state, that's about all we can use him for. With this much high ground, he wasn't able to get up. Can't even get out. Wow, and they're just nailing Scaredy. Yeah, we're going to have to probably move also back down. Run, Steinhardt. Wish there was a bush he could hide in. So the Swordmaster is coming forward. Wow, really? I guess we should have been shield walling back here this whole time. Put a shot on that Swordmaster. The crossbowman wants to run. Perfect. Can't quite get in there, so we'll just jump in on that dude. Perfect. Perfect. So they should be able to defend themselves. And he can't hit nothing. Down he goes. And Lance is also taking some pretty rough shots at this point. His armor's getting a little tattered. Alright, it's a pretty hard hit, but Battle Forge is stopping a lot of this damage. Just keep on running, Sir Steinhardt. You did good. Nice. That'll work. Not sure what we'll get for that, if anything. I kind of want to move forward with Aerosel now. We need to start pushing these dudes off this hill. Even if that means exposing our archers a little bit. Scaredy is very hurt. I think we'll just leave him here as a bullet sponge with his shield wall up. And now we can take a swing. Nice. Even with an aim shot, we can't really hit anything. 32% chance. It's not bad. And we have an injury now on Giro. He has a ripped ear. But he defends himself successfully. That's awesome. Barondox goes into bush hiding. Good shot. I'll take it. Let's just tie down the leader before he starts to run on us. Make some incremental improvements to our positioning. Hopefully without exposing ourselves to danger. Take advantage of some of that brush. Wow. I will say, I think the AI has gotten some pretty lucky shots, but I mean, we get lucky shots all the time. See, now we kind of have to step back with Ragnar. We didn't get the stun. Clear line of sight here, which is what I was looking for. Let's block for our bros. And get Hondo creeping up the back. Lance is almost in there too. Or not Lance, Sir Varandox. The leader wants to run, that's great for us. Wolfgang's still in good shape. So they're probably going to get one more round of shooting at us. It's where we just cross our fingers and hope the AI doesn't get any lucky kills. We don't need to kill any of these guys. It would feel good. But down he goes. Killed the Swordmaster, killed the leader. Those are the two guys we care about. Every other kill we get will just be gravy. We have a lot of healing to do, which is pretty fortunate for us that we're actually just heading to a town. And we could release the dogs. But for these 5 guys, I don't care. And we're getting close to an hour, actually. I just realized, man, time flies. It's over. Let them go. Hopefully we get some good loot. Metal joint covers, that's pretty good. Signet ring, some stuff to make repairs, some pretty valuable gear. Flat top with mail, that's a good piece that we don't really need anymore. So, I mean, it was okay. It was an okay fight for making money, at least. Now we have to do a bit of the old organization. Those shields are worth nothing. Helmets are worth a decent amount. Get rid of all of those, plus quivers. Okay. Now what else can we get rid of? 1 bandage is worth nothing. That's probably it. I mean, these javelins aren't worth much. About the same as a shield. Yeah, this should be fine. Now we'll just go and sell. And make some cash. Need to go back north to Tarsdorf. And the Hexen are just going to follow us, eh? You're a pretty annoying fight there, Hexen. They nerfed the heck out of the Alps, but I almost feel like they should have nerfed the Hexen instead. I guess we could always pull them into a fight with some other people. Probably should have thought about that. Could have had them in a fight with the brigands just now. That would have been interesting at least. So the prices here aren't great, but we're just going to sell. The tools we bought were very expensive. And they're getting a little scarce. Don't really want to waste them. This we might repair. That's a little too valuable. This as well. We're not just going to give that up. Okay, anything else? No, that looks like about it. Alright, they have no contracts for us. We're sitting at 26k. That's kind of unbelievable. Yeah, we're going to get rich off of this war. That's pretty much for sure. And if we're going to be rich, I think we want to do it up in this triangular area. But I have a feeling they're going to be sending us back to Grafenhaven over and over and over again for some reason. They love that place. Let's head up and see what else we can find real quick before we end today's episode, before we call it. I'm hoping with 26k we can buy some super legit stuff. We'll make a fermented unhold heart. That's a great supply for us. I was just there, sorry about that. Check this. The most astonishing armor. Ah, okay, so we may be able to track down some rare armor. That would be worth it. Let's pick up a few more of those. And grab some bandages too. Those things don't spoil. There's no downside at all. So it's west of here. We'll say we need some time to think about it. I'm hoping one of these guys will be like, hey, can you go west? Yeah, this guy wants us to go west. Find Alvar's watch somewhere around the region of Greenmere, some way to the west. Perfect. Let's see if we can find it before I end today's episode. Oh, he wants us to go way over there. Oh my god. So when the innkeep said there was some astonishing armor somewhere to the west, I mean, honestly, he could be talking about anywhere to the west. Normally, I don't like going on wild goose chases for rare pieces of armor. In my past playthroughs, I've had honestly pretty good success finding the pieces when I set out to look for them. I almost always get them, but it takes a while. And in this instance, Brookstadt is right near the western edge of the map. So they want us to go to Greenmere, which is way over here, and I don't think we can cross here or here. We may be able to, but I think honestly we have to go all the way down and around. And when they said west, I mean there could be a place on this little island here, and we would have to go all the way down, around, and up. I don't know if that's the case, but it could certainly be the case. And I see that there's a nice little fight here with some fallen heroes and a necromancer. It's not exactly what we're looking for, but we could certainly consider taking that fight. But we're looking for brigands with a leader wearing an astonishing piece of armor, as was described to us. So there's a ruined dwellings, which you never really know what's in there. Huh. You watch as the stranger comes into the light of the path, shielding his eyes so as to keep much of his face hidden. You look like the sort to be in search of something, but you know not where it be. The Alvar's watch is tricky like that. Good thing I know where it is. Good thing you too can know where it is, by sliding 40 crowns my way. I'm the fastest sprinter you ever did see, so don't try and wring it out of me with one of them shiny swords you got. You accept the man's offer and he dishes out the details as promised. You see it's there, of course, on the hills not far to the northeast of where we are now. Okay. To the northeast of where we are now. It sucks that we're having to walk through these mountains like this. But the thing is, Alvar's watch might be one and the same to us at the moment. If that place is full of brigands, then we'll try that, and if not, then we'll come down to the ruined dwellings. So we found it. Can we see what's inside? We cannot. You know what, guys? I think we can let today's episode go a little long. I'm just going to save the game because I've been playing for a while, and you can never save enough. And I'm just going to go into Alvar's Watch and take this fight. And if it's brigands and we get some cool loot, you know, so be it. If not, I'll consider coming down here and fighting the ruined dwellings. We know this is not where the peace is, though with some fallen heroes, there could certainly be some kind of great weapon or armor there. But part of our quest is not to engage this. We just had to find it. And I'm glad that guy, you know, showed up. Oh my god. It ends up being a tough undead fight to end today's episode. That's okay. We'll grind it out with some undead. They have a fallen hero or 2 or 3. So there may be something in it for us here. And it didn't give us the best position, but it also didn't give us the worst. Let's make sure we're on the high ground. You know what? We don't have to do that. They have to come to us. It's the undead. We'll just smash them in a front line and shoot them to pieces. And hopefully we walk out of here with some loot that was worth me going probably an extra 20 minutes over on today's episode. Guys, I would sit here and play for 3 hours if I thought anybody wanted to watch a 3-hour video. But the longer the video, the longer it takes to upload. And once I go past an hour, it takes a good bit of time. It has nothing to do with my internet speed, unfortunately. It just seems like YouTube pretty much most of the time. And I had something else kind of special I wanted to do today. And that is what's kind of been like the new hotness. I've seen it all over YouTube. I've seen it. A lot of my friends are talking about it. And I went ahead and reinstalled Dota 2 last night to try out auto chess. And it has problems. It definitely has a lot of problems. It's a little annoying in certain ways. But it's fun. And a lot of people are wanting to watch it right now. So I think I'm going to try and jump on that chain if I can. And start playing some auto chess. It's very similar to Legion TD, which is a game I've already, put on the channel. It's right up my alley. I mean, it's the exact type of game I like to play. It's also in the world of Dota, which is essentially in the world of Warcraft. So, it's all things that I like. And I hope you guys like it too, because I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done playing today, this Battle Brothers fight, I'm gonna get off and start trying to record some auto chess. Hopefully, have some good games. I haven't watched it a ton. I'm not like an expert or anything, and I only played a few games myself. But I had a good time playing, and I played one with a buddy, my friend ProLane, who we do the Artifact drafts with a couple times on my channel. And unfortunately, Artifact seems to be a bit of a dead game. It's kind of the news around the campfire. They just don't have the players, and I think they're a bit too slow with their updates and things. So they're suffering, but if auto chess is something that brings people back to Dota, I'm happy with that too. Because Dota's a game I never really played that much. Dota 2, that is. And that's mostly because I was always playing League, and then I got onto Heroes of the Storm. But, it's a game that I know is hugely popular to a lot of people. And I've always watched, I've kind of kept up with the competitive scene for a while. I watch a dude named Purge play. Sir Action Slacks. All those guys are really funny, and they bring a lot of life into Dota. Purge was probably one of the first YouTubers I ever watched, which is funny because it's it's for Dota. It's for a game, Dota 2, a game that I wasn't actively playing at the time, just something that I was interested in. And he is definitely one of the ways I found YouTube. So we're gonna let them jump in on us. Not that we could stop them currently, but we kind of want them to jump in on us. It's kind of what I should say, because we need to make sure that our front line is being able to do something. I could shoot this guy right now, or I could just let Sir Steinhardt and him kill that guy, and then we can use our crossbowmen on someone who's not yet engaged. Really want to get our archers in the fight. So there are a lot of fallen heroes here and Geists, but there doesn't seem to be any necromancers, which is great for us. Once again, don't like Sir Steinhardt in the front lines like this. It's just not the combat he's made for. Steinhardt, however, is very good at being surrounded. And he's going to prove it in just a second. Boom. One dead. We knocked the helmet off of that guy. We got a chance to take another shot, but we missed. If we can kill these guys, we definitely want to. And we're going to step in here. Should still be able to block this fallen hero. He may want to step in on us there. But if we can get a nice split down the line, that would be awesome. The main problem here is that we don't have a good way to get to these 6 Geists. And 6 Geists is a lot of Geists. So we'll see how that works out for us. Either this turn or the next, they'll start screaming at us. Hondo's already kind of wanting to waver. We need to pull him back. We may want to switch out Ragnar's weapon for his banner. God, I love that. Oh my god, that was sick. But hopefully we didn't just screw ourselves. Because that is always possible. Alright, we managed to bring Hondo a bit back in line. But I think it's time we need to start helping Steinhardt get out of this mess. And I think we're going to use all of our archery to do that. See if we can get this. Yes! It's huge. Can we get another one? Damn. Alright, Lance can stand and bang with that dude. Perfect. Oh my god, that's not what I meant to do. I saw it too late, guys. Sorry about that. Making some pretty bad, like, last second kind of misclick style movements and stuff today. We leave Steinhardt a bit vulnerable. If we had been able to kill 3 of these, that would have been huge. But as it is, we need to move forward and we need to get in there and hope that we don't get too many of these dudes respawning in our back line. Well, Scaredy gets scared. I guess that should come as no surprise to anyone. And we're going to move him out of that zone of control. That feels pretty good. Put some overwhelm on him before he ever gets a chance to attack us. Arazel with the rally. Okay, it's decent damage. That'll work. That's huge damage. Nice, and we push him one step further back. Step here and block for Steinhardt and see if we can't get that kill. Not quite. Protect ourselves against this cleaver. Can move forward a bit. No more ammo. Okay, let's switch it up. Right now, the name of the game is Protect Aerosol. See, I went to make another bad movement. I'm not unhappy that he's here, that's fine. But I was hoping to get in on these. Damn, if we could have got that kill with Scaredy, that would have been sick. Yeah, we did successfully block for Steinhardt, I think, so that's great. And he's going to have the opportunity now to probably one-shot this dude if we can. Oh, that's bad. We could just zip away, which is I think what we're going to do. Alright. That's what we needed. Okay, we rally our guys. We have a clear line of sight here. We'll take it. Damn, was really hoping to get that kill. We can lock him down. Nice. Gotta get on these guys. They're like the only thing right now causing us any trouble. Perfect. So despite being scared, Scaredy has done quite a bit of work in this battle. And I truly hope we get something good from all of our effort here. Okay, fallen heroes are back at it. Varandox is afraid. It's good damage. Not gonna say we needed that kill, but that would have been great. Okay, bone plate doing work for us. Man, we don't have enough to reload and shoot in terms of fatigue. Not doing so hot. Make sure that guy is off of Steinhardt, who is very low. Wow, perfect. And Wolfgang comes through with a great hit. And Varandox is on the low ground, which feels pretty bad. But we should have this cleaned up next turn if all the fallen heroes don't come back. Let's see who he chooses to hit. Goes after Lance, that's great for us. Okay, here we go. So no return fighters. Good job, Raymond. And we can take some shots, and we finish it. Thank goodness. Alright, and we get some levels for our trouble. That is good. No great loot, just a bunch of junk. Man. Just not our day for legendary loot. But at least we know that that place is not the place we were looking for. We could even consider coming up north real quick, checking this area. Huh. So, feel free to read this, guys. We've had several people try and teach Ragnar, and it's never worked. So, let's see what we can teach him. He's no longer dumb. It worked. You find Ragnar the Slow sitting on a stump as he writes across a scroll. When you ask what he's doing, he says he's writing a letter. When you ask to whom it is addressed, the man looks up with a sheepish grin and asks, "Does it matter?" Just then you spot Yaku the monk in the distance, arm crossed, a look of satisfaction on his face. Yaku, man. Oh, man. Named after a subscriber. I'm so happy we have Yaku. Yaku has been, like, his combat stats are horrible, but he's been the driving force behind so many positive events. He was able to get us the pimp. He just cured Ragnar of being dumb. It's a little late in the game for that. I mean, he's already got most of the experience that he needs. But awesome, because the previous few times, I think it was Hondo that was trying to teach him. And every time he tried, he failed. So that's awesome. So Ragnar is no longer dumb. I just kind of want to look at him. Wow, he's not dumb. Can't call him the slow anymore. We got to call him something else. The learned. I like that for now. It's not the best thing I've ever come up with. And I think we'll start tomorrow's episode by leveling Giro. Call that good. Boy, we definitely want some more resolve on Raymond. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I think we're going to head back to Brookstadt, maybe sell some stuff, and then call it. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. This is an exciting time to pick up Battle Brothers. if you're into it at all by watching me play. In just a few months, there'll be another DLC that I don't think anyone really saw coming. We can camp out so that we can sell. And the best kind of DLC is surprise DLC. That is for sure. I keep looking in here hoping to find some kind of like legendary thing for sale. It just never happens. But we're slowly dwindling on supplies. And the prices here should be decent, I would hope. Yeah, the prices here are actually great. And I keep forgetting to fix up our stuff, but that's kind of good, because if I fixed it up, we wouldn't have any tools left. So I'm just going to keep holding on to like this really top tier, these winged maces, these military cleavers, fighting axe. I'll fix them up and then I'll sell them. We'll sell the ancient gold coins and the golden chalice. That puts us back in the money pretty squarely. And I may consider selling these as well. They look cool. I kind of want to just add them to some armor anyway. But all of our armor is pretty well upgraded. It could be a minor upgrade for somebody, but it's almost not worth it. It'd just probably be better to sell. Could put them on this mail hauberk. Let's do it. Let's just see what they look like on the model. They look pretty cool. So it's 180 armor. That wouldn't be bad if you were able to get that in the early game. And I'm assuming now when we sell that, the price will reflect that it has these shoulder joints. And it does, because we added this to this one, or I added it off camera, and it's worth 1,200. And this one is worth 1,300. So when we go to sell it, we'll hopefully get our money back there. And so I don't forget, hopefully we will pick up some stuff. It's 230, 250. Okay, that's going to be it for me today, guys. We've played a lot, and it has been fun. But that is, I think, all I've got in me, because I still need to record. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.